Hello, we're really pleased to be able to offer a service of communion from the Minster starting on Sunday, July the 19th. And we thought it would be helpful if we took you through what will happen when you come, so that everyone feels comfortable and we can keep everyone safe. When you arrive at the Minster, there'll be a steward outside so that you can queue appropriately with social distancing. It'll be a little bit like arriving at a supermarket. We're going to be using both the south door and the west door, which will help things move as swiftly and smoothly as possible. You'll be shown into the Minster, one household at a time. We have a table set up with the things that you'll need before you're shown to your seat. If you have a donation with you, please leave it on the plate. Please then sanitize your hands and then leave the slip of paper with your name and a contact detail on it for track and trace. Next, you need to take just the top copy of the service booklet, trying not to touch any of the other booklets. And a steward will then help you find a seat. To help people avoid walking past each other in the aisles, we will fill the seats from the furthest ones to the nearest ones. It does mean if you're a regular member of the congregation at the Minster, you probably won't be in your usual seat. But that's a chance to break out and explore other areas of the church. If you come as a household or with your support bubble, you will be able to sit together. Otherwise, you'll be spaced out. Alternate pews have been closed off to help with social distancing. And please stay in your seat once you've been seated to once again maintain that 2-metre distance. The doors will be kept open throughout the service, and this is to aid air circulation. It can be a little chilly in the Minster, so I suggest you take this into consideration when choosing what to wear. Maybe bring an extra layer with you. Worship will be simpler than usual. We won't be able to have any hymns to sing, but Michael will be playing the organ as you arrive, during communion and after the service. And in place of our first hymn, we're going to say a psalm together. Although we are asked not to be too exuberant with our responses, so as to minimise air disturbance. After the Eucharistic prayer has been said, I'll take communion, saying the body of Christ and the blood of Christ. And this will be said just the once for the whole congregation. I won't be speaking as I distribute communion to you. We're not able to share the communion cup, so I will have placed a spot of wine on each of the wafers before the service so that we can all receive bread and wine. You'll be invited to come forward for communion by a steward. And please do maintain social distancing as you come forward. Once again, to help with the distancing, if you could hold your hands out as high as you're comfortable doing so, and keep your hands as flat as possible. And I'll then place a wafer on your hand, trying to avoid touching you. After you've received communion, you'll be invited to walk past the communion table. You'll then walk through into the prayer chapel and back round to your seat with somebody advising you which way to go. Sadly, we're not going to be able to gather at the back of church as we usually do for refreshments and a chance to chat. We have to encourage you to leave the building as soon as the service is over. You'll be shown out of the church by a steward, going in reverse order to the order you came in, once again to maintain that social distancing. But once we are outside in the churchyard, it's fine for us to gather in groups, as long as they're no larger than 6, and just have some time to chat together. Then we'll be able to safely go on our way and enjoy the rest of our Sunday.